Top 10 Capital Improvement Program Projects. Number 10. Street Preservation Project. Kirkland has about 600 lane miles of roads. Our goal is to use a variety of cost-effective techniques to keep them in good condition so that they function well for many decades. Each year, we either repave, patch, or slurry seal up to 40 lane miles per year. By maintaining them diligently, we keep costs down because we are repairing roads rather than allowing them to deteriorate to the point that they need to be rebuilt. Number 9. Totem Lake Projects. Private investment is completely transforming the old Totem Lake Village into the vibrant and attractive Village at Totem Lake. Concurrent with the second phase of private redevelopment, the city is embarking on the construction of capital improvement projects in the area that will add public benefits that should be completed about the same time as the private development concludes. The city will build a new park, refresh roads, and add sidewalks, and span the daunting intersection of Northeast 124th Street and Totem Lake Way with a pedestrian and bicycle bridge. Building these city projects is a complex puzzle of timing and coordination. The first shovel in the ground, the first puzzle piece to be played, occurred in mid-December with the beginning of construction of a utility line under Totem Lake Boulevard. But there will be much more to come in 2020. Number 8. Juanita Creek Culvert at 141st Replacement Project. Problem? A 4-foot diameter steel pipe along Juanita Creek in bad condition, causing the bank of Juanita Creek to erode and undermining the stability of trees growing along the creek, not to mention limiting fish passage. Solution: city crews replace the pipe with a 12-foot concrete box culvert. The new box culvert allows the creek to flow freely, and now fish can migrate from one side of the culvert to the other. Number 7. Finn Hill Middle School Athletic Field. The purpose of the City School District Playfield Partnership Program is to improve and maximize use of public school assets for community recreation in a cost-effective manner. By enhancing Lake Washington School District playfields, the Department of Parks and Community Services is able to better meet the community's desired level of service for athletic fields. The project was completed late this year, and now the fields are safer, more playable, and more accessible for students, local sports organizations, and for the surrounding neighborhoods. The community's playfield inventory is improved or expanded without the need for expensive land acquisition or development of costly infrastructure such as vehicle parking and site utilities. The improvements made the existing Finn Hill Middle School fields including turf, infield upgrades, and irrigation systems. Number 6. Tot Lot, Highlands, Terrace Park, and Everest Park pickleball courts. Each year, the department is allocated money into the Parks, Play Areas, and Accessibility Enhancements Fund. This annual funding is designed to support life cycle maintenance projects of our existing, aging assets as well as expand our attractive amenities inventory. Life cycle maintenance is required to extend the useful life of our investments and ensure they continue to be safe and usable for the public. This year, 3 of our oldest playgrounds were replaced at 3 parks: Tot Lot, Terrace Park, and Highland Park. Additionally, we added a new amenity at Everest Park that has been requested for many years. The tennis court at Everest Park was repurposed into 3 pickleball courts. The courts were made possible by support from our community, council, and staff administration. Funding for these courts came from our Capital Improvement Program Play Area Enhancement Account. These are Kirkland's first dedicated pickleball courts. For several years, we have fielded numerous requests for the sport, and now we finally have courts of our own so that our community doesn't have to drive to Seattle, Renton, Bellevue, or Kent. These 3 new courts are located at 500 8th Street. Number 5. Juanita Wetland Enhancements. Sometimes when a city builds a project, it is unavoidably necessary to reduce or eliminate a wetland or stream buffer. But to keep the environmental ecosystem functioning well, those wetlands or stream buffers need to be replaced. In the past, this mitigation was close to where the project was built. This year, however, the city launched a new approach for this kind of mitigation by concentrating the replacement efforts in a large area that sorely needed restoration. In January, the city removed invasive Himalayan blackberry and reed canary grass monocultures that had overtaken a 5-acre wetland area on Forbes Creek near Fire Station 21. In their place, city crews hand-planted hundreds of native plants that will keep the invasive plants under control and improve the quality of the wetland. The city also advanced its mitigation needs by restoring a larger area now in anticipation of projects that are planned but not yet built. Number 4. Parks Maintenance Center. In 2018, the City of Kirkland purchased the property at 12006 120th Place Northeast, formerly Office Max, to renovate into a new parks maintenance facility for the Parks and Community Services Department. The purchase came after extensive evaluation to identify a location that would allow parks maintenance to best serve the community. Over the past several years, the city has searched for a facility that could meet the service needs of the larger community created by the 2011 annexation of North Juanita, Finn Hill, and Kingsgate. Through annexation, the city added 154 acres of parks and open spaces, including 132nd Square Park, O.O. Denny, and Edith Moulton Park. Parks maintenance did not have the sufficient space to locate all of the equipment and materials necessary to serve the 50 parks and 696 acres of land they are responsible for maintaining. The new maintenance center is approximately 25,000 square feet and will serve the department's needs much more effectively. The new location allows the Parks Maintenance Division to centrally locate equipment, materials, and supplies, thus increasing departmental efficiency by reducing trips and travel times. The new maintenance center also enhances the current level of service throughout the city and provides space for the Green Kirkland Partnership to continue to grow. Number 3. School walk routes completed. By completing a walkway to Peter Kirk Elementary School in December 2019, the city placed a final checkmark on a 55-item project list it developed 2 decades ago. The community and city staff worked together to identify school walk routes around Kirkland to make students' walks to school safer. The list included the construction of 21 sidewalk routes. The walkway to Peter Kirk Elementary School is a 900-foot-long segment on 111th Avenue Northeast in the Highlands neighborhood. It fills in a sidewalk gap that existed between Northeast 100th Place and the 103rd block of 111th Avenue Northeast. Next year, look for ways to get involved in our Safer Routes to School project, through which we'll be continuing to identify sidewalk improvements to help more children walk and bike to school safely. Number 2. Lakefront pedestrian and bicycle improvements. This project upgraded walking and bicycling safety along Lake Washington Boulevard, Market Street, and 98th Avenue Northeast. 2 sets of rapid flashing beacons were installed at Market Street's intersection with 4th Avenue and Central Way. Sidewalk access was improved with the replacement of 100 curb ramps along the corridor that meet new ADA standards. Green-colored bicycle lanes were also painted at intersections. And number 1. 6th Street improvements. The City of Kirkland celebrated the completion of the 6th Street Corridor Improvement Project with a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Wednesday, October 23rd. The ceremony commemorated the end of a series of significant infrastructure improvements along the 6th Street corridor that will enhance public safety and increase the capacity and reliability of city water and sewer systems. The project incorporated key improvements at 6th Street South's intersections at both 9th Avenue and at Kirkland Way. The traffic signals and additional efficiencies at the intersection of 6th Street and Kirkland Way will better accommodate transit traffic flow and help reduce 6th Street South's commuter congestion. The sidewalk improvements and the traffic signals at both Kirkland Way and 9th Avenue were funded in largest part by SRM Development as part of its mitigation for the development of Kirkland's Google site. In addition to the water, sewer, and intersection improvements, the project rehabilitated and repaved 6th Street from 4th Avenue to Northeast 68th Street, smoothing out a notoriously bumpy stretch of pavement and adding new sidewalks and ADA-compliant curb ramps.